China once commanded the greatest fleet on Earth. Then, almost overnight, it chose to abandon the sea. By the time Zheng He completed his final voyage in 1433, the Ming treasure fleets had traveled across the Indian Ocean 7 times. They had visited dozens of ports. They had carried diplomats, merchants, soldiers, and gifts from the Ming emperor. But when the ships returned from their last expedition, something changed. The court in Beijing was no longer united behind the maritime project. The Yongle Emperor, the strongest supporter of the voyages, was gone. His successors faced different concerns. To many Confucian officials, the treasure fleets had always been controversial. They were expensive. Shipyards required enormous timber supplies. Thousands of sailors had to be paid and fed. Entire coastal regions were mobilized to support construction and logistics, and the voyages did not bring back what the bureaucrats valued most: taxes. Tribute missions produced prestige, exotic animals, and diplomatic recognition, but they did not strengthen the agricultural economy that Confucian administrators considered the foundation of the state. At the same time, danger was growing in the north. Mongol groups beyond the Great Wall remained active. Defending the frontier required soldiers, fortifications, and resources. Gradually, priorities shifted. Shipbuilding orders were reduced. Some naval records were archived or neglected. Large-scale expeditions were no longer approved. Over time, many of the great ocean-going vessels were dismantled or left to decay. China did not lose the ability to sail. It chose not to. While Ming officials focused on stability, agriculture, and internal administration, maritime exploration slowed dramatically. Within a few generations, the enormous fleets that had once crossed the Indian Ocean became a memory. And as China turned inward, new powers would soon begin exploring those same oceans. When China left the sea behind, it unknowingly opened the oceans to others. You're watching Dynasty of Secrets. Subscribe, because next we reveal the disaster that nearly destroyed the Ming Emperor himself.